Hello and welcome back to the Daily Entertainer Show. I hope you're all having a great evening and a great whatever you're doing. So, Chelsea played against LA or Los Angeles Football Club. So, they played against them in Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Chelsea beat them 2-0. Chelsea was scored by Nito and Enzo Fernandez, the captain of Chelsea. So the game tonight was our first game of our group game in the World Club Cup competition that is organised by FIFA. So a lot of things we need to run through. The game was a good game for Chelsea. And, well, maybe for LA fans who probably enjoyed, they probably, stood by them and really cheered on the team. I just think the atmosphere was good if they were in a long league game where, if you fit that crowd, it would have feel full there. I mean, the crowd, there were lots of half empty seats around the stadium, and it wasn't a very, I want to be positive on this. It just wasn't upsetting, it just feels like there were more people on the pitch than in the crowd. I just think if FIFA maybe learn lessons from this, I mean, nothing they can't do about the political situation. That's what's happening in America. That's nothing to do with us. But maybe the way they could market the games to make it an evening kickoff so that most Americans can come and watch the games. So this is what it is. So we just have to be really on a positive spin on this. And yes, there are things that we need to talk about. The players just feels like they just really, really want to spend time with their families and girlfriends or partners, whoever they're in love with. They need to go out on the beach and have a good holiday because there was evidence of it on the pitch tonight. Then some of them just looked absolutely exhausted after a long, hard, successful season. We were playing in the FA Cup, the Premier League, of course, the League Cup, and the Conference League Cup that we won in Europe. So yes, Enzo Maresca had a job to do to try and motivate the players and say, we've got to go again. We've got to go again. I mean, it just feels like some bits of the game it just feels like a bit pre-season tour sort of thing. But we have to really feel like we've got to go again. So I just feel that, everything wasn't right. But it was a good game for us to really test the way we can play in America and also the way we have to adapt to the heat over there because some parts of America is very hot. So that will be interesting for some of the players who can say, well, I play some bits of America and sort of like when they go to play for their countries in the World Cup next year, it should be, the players can be like, I experienced the heat, I experienced this, so and so and so. It is what it is. So that's all we got to do. Just chill and relax. And yes, it's our first game of the season. We got to try and go for it, and motivation is the key here. We've got to be motivating players and go again. Everything we can do is what we can do. We just need to chill and relax, maybe have a drink of your choice, and enjoy the tournament. I know that some other fan base, I won't mention their names, but it's very particular with Beat the Beatles. They thinking, well, I can't really be in it, and sort of thing. And I'm like thinking, really, you really want to be in this tournament? I mean, yes, I know that he won the Champions League recently. I mean, well, back in 2019 or whenever we won that. They don't like national anthems. They don't like tradition. So it is what it is. So yeah, you got to be grateful. You don't really want to be in it. But I'm glad that Chelsea and Man City are in it, because Man City will want to feel they really want to win something. And so you've got teams like Bayern Munich, you've got teams like Real Madrid, and yeah, it should be, hopefully those teams in Europe, coming from Europe, should be, bring the party sort of thing. And you got some proper South American teams like Boca Juniors, and, some great Argentinian teams, Brazilian teams. So, yeah, it should be a good party atmosphere. I know that the country is going through a political situation, but I'm trying to keep neutral on. So, it is what it is. We just got to chill and relax. So, yes, we're playing next on Friday, I think it is. So, yeah, that will be interesting, because we're playing against a Brazilian team, against Feliz. So, that will be really interesting to see. I've never been to Brazil. Hopefully, I'd like to go there one day and experience the culture and that famous beach, Copacabana Beach. So, yes, that will be something we're going to look forward to and take some of the positives. We played more games, we passed ball more times than a chip at McDonald's. So we need to loosen the possession a bit and score more goals going forward. That's what we need to do. Oh yes, we had a debut of Liam Delap, our new number 9 pressure, because he's carrying that number 9 where, you have DJ Drogba, who really made his name in that number 9 shirt. So, yes, some fans might say there is a curse or was a curse, but for me, I'm not really bothered in that bit of, superstitions and all that. I mean, me and Delap, we came from Ipswich to be with Chelsea in America. And yeah, I mean, he scored some good goals for Ipswich. I mean, for me, I wouldn't sign him, but I can see why they're signing, because one, because we're going into the Champions League next year, and we need a homegrown, proper English player to be in our squad. And second thing, can he play better than Jackson? That's the question we're going to be hopefully watching and seeing, because he got himself an assist to Encest Fernandez goal. So it should be, at the moment, the way Chelsea played without Nicholas Jackson, we played a lot better without Jackson. And Liam Delap was more in the better position than Jackson. However, we just have to wait and see. So I just think he needs to get more of the ball and hopefully being more involved in the game. I know some of you might be going, oh, you're a bit full with what you're saying there. But I'm like thinking, the way I saw the game, if that was a Premier League game, the defenders and some of the midfielders would be on top of the build up very quickly. So it is what it is. Do I think he will score for Chelsea? I want to say yes. I will say yes because he will score 2 goals. But I'm just thinking, you know, did we just buy a very similar player to Jackson, but he's better in decision making and the way he positions himself, or is Jackson much better? It time will tell. So it depends on who Enzo Maresca's picks. So it is what it is. Anyway, and I'll see you all in the next one. Let's do this.